Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Ken Niels from for Railing Roof. Today to talk to you about used equipment. That's right, used equipment. Now, as many of you know, I've been trying to save money or sell stuff to be able to get a Ken Niels 5D Mark III or 1DXS, if they ever come out with that, or the 1DX. But more than likely, I figured my best chance of getting a new camera would be a 5D Mark III when it comes out in the month. It's the camera I want. As much as I'd like to have a 1DX or a 1DXS, if they ever announce it, realistically, I don't have the money for that. And being able to sell this equipment that you see here, my Canon XL1S, with some accessory batteries and stuff like that, it's going to be the closest way right now that I'm able to even think about affording a new camera, especially the 5D Mark III. So basically what happened is I called some places up in Indianapolis. I live here in Indiana. And basically they said I'm not going to get what I paid for it, which I knew of that, but I was even more disappointed finding how much actually I would get for it. And seeing I paid $4,500 approximately for everything here, because the 3 700 batteries were extra, and I paid about $4,000 for the camera outfit. So basically, I paid about $4,500. The camera was going to go for at the best, was listed for $900 on Amazon, or approximately $900. And basically, they told me they were going to take 20% off of that, and that's the price they would offer me. So $900 approximately plus 20% off. You can do the math. I was very not happy. And that's what I want to talk to you about in this video. When you buy equipment like this, which is still excellent, this camera right here, the XL1S, which I paid $4,500 for with everything you see here, basically. Plus I've got a case in there, and a really nice case for it. Financially speaking, it doesn't hold its value. Now, this camera is 5 or 6 years old, maybe. And it still works excellent. I mean, it does everything it's supposed to do. No question. I've taken really good care of it. But nonetheless, it's still, on the market, it's not worth, basically, not even a fourth of what I paid for it. Or approximately a fourth of what I paid for it. So, when you go out and buy equipment, you have to keep in mind that a year or two, even, not to mention 5 or 6 like this thing, it's not going to be worth out to the general public as much as you paid for it. And a lot of this is due to, advancements in technology. For example, this is just a standard definition, and the advancement of HD technology has made this camera, is one of the reasons I think that this camera, while it's still in excellent condition, on the market isn't worth near as much. The technology has surpassed it. The HD, I've got a $200 camera on my foot video that does higher quality video than this camera is capable of doing. And I spent over $4,500. Now, could I do more with this camera than my foot video? Yeah. There are a lot of settings, a lot of editing, little techniques, little adjustments I can make. Of course, I can zoom in a lot further and it'll be high quality. Yeah, sure. But it's still, that 720p is still going to beat the best this camera can do when it comes to ending quality. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things this can do that 720p little $200 can, obviously. But as far as final quality, it can't compare. And advancements, and that's just the way advancements in technology are. You have to be ready to realize that just because you spent $4,500, in a couple of years, it's not going to be worth it. You have to figure out what you're going to be using it for, the price, and if, you think of it this way. Think of it as you're never going to get the money back. Is this camera that I'm going to be buying, with video camera, still camera, both, is it going to be worth the price? Because the way I look at it, you have to look at it like you're never going to be able to get any money for this thing. Now, obviously, I could get some money for this thing, but it's not anywhere near. To me, it's worth $4,500 easy, because that's what I paid for it. To somebody else, it's it's not, because the market out there says there's better cameras, there's cheaper cameras, blah blah blah. So there's no way, unless it's not going to happen that I'm going to get what I paid for it, and that makes me upset. But that's just the way it is with cars and a lot of things that keep changing. And one of the benefits of that is the technology keeps getting better, and I can buy my flip camera for $200 now. And I'll probably never buy a camera like this again, as far as being that expensive and being that big. I mean, I could be wrong as far as doing video, but generally speaking, I'm not. Unless they come out with the 1DXS, it's probably not going to happen. But because I really want, that's one camera I really want. Now, back in the day, this was the video camera I wanted. There was one that was was it the X1? I'm trying to remember what it's called, but the GL2. I think it was GL2 or something like that. I could have had basically the same thing. It was smaller, cheaper. I could have bought it, but back in the day, I saved up for it. I wanted this camera, and it served its purpose back in the day. So I made a decision. I went through with it. I'm glad I did it. But I just, the only thing I regret is the fact there's things I can't change. I can't change the fact that it's out on the market. It's not worth more than what it is. And you just have to live with that. And it's kind of upsetting. And I don't like it. Because I'd like to be able to get my $4,500 out of this camera and upgrade it to a 5D Mark III. Which, if I had my $4,500, I could easily upgrade to a 5D Mark III when it comes out at the end of the month. But that's reality. So just think, when you go to buy a camera, you're not going to be able to think of it as a non-returnable item, and be aware that, hey, in a year or two, it's not going to be worth a whole lot of money or anywhere near what you paid for it, because technology gets better, which is good, which in some ways is good, obviously, but as far as financially what you put into something, it's not going to hold up. And that's all I have to say about that. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm very disappointed. I wish I could I wish I could get my $4,500 back and upgrade, like I said earlier, to the newer equipment, but obviously I can't. So I've babbled on long enough in this video, so it's just depressing. I want something. When you don't have the money and you really want something, and you have something that should be worth, it just drives me nuts. Anyway, until next time, I'm Ken Niels for Drop for Around. Bruce, thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. Have a good day.